what's up, Kansas City? This is Serena, and we're here with Dave Sullivan with Arts Tech. Why don't you tell us your official position with Arts Tech?
I'm the Executive Director at Arts Tech, 1522 Homes.
So how long have you been with the organization?
I've been with the organization since 1998, so 18 years.
Wow. So let's go into your own personal background. I know you said you were an educator first. Why don't you tell us your experience with that?
Well, my first career was as teacher, counselor, and deputy director, principal for De La Salle Education Center. I went to De La Salle as an all-boys school over here on 15th and Paseo, graduated in 1970, went on to college, came on back after I got my master's degree in guidance and counseling.
So you actually went to De La Salle yourself?
I did.
Oh, okay. So it was a boys' school at the time?
All-boys school back then.
Wow, okay. And then where'd you say you graduated from college from?
University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. The Warhawks, four-time national champions. Football, of course.
So what led you into the educating career? Like why you picked that specifically?
Well, after I got my master's degree, I quit my job working in Wisconsin as ran bowling alley, couple of softball diamonds, apartments, and said I need to get into my profession. So I came back to Kansas City looking. I was married, had 2 kids at the time, and we decided, actually my mother said, why don't you go down and talk to Mr. Kobitz at De La Salle? He runs an alternative school. And I said, well, frankly, I don't know if I want to go talk to my former principal. It wasn't always that nice. Get on down there. So I went down there.
Yeah, how was that speaking to your former principal
about
employment?
It was a little intimidating in the beginning, but, hey, I was married with kids. I needed to have a job.
Right.
So I went and talked to him, and actually, he told me, yeah, okay, I got a job for you. Okay, here's 2 things. First, you got to write your own job description for called social counselor. Okay. And then you got to go find your own money to pay you. So I was a seat employee for the first couple of years, and I was eligible for food stamps and legal aid the first couple of years. So I always tease my wife, well, if we go hungry, I can go to get stuff from a store, and I got a legal protection if I need it.
Right.
Obviously, we did not have any of those issues, but we just started growing and building from there, and that was pretty cool. And then went back to Old High School and spent 21 years at De La Salle Education Center. It was a wonderful institution and learned a lot.
So working with Arts Tech, I know part of the mission of Arts Tech is to better the lives of underprivileged urban youth through the development of marketable artistic and technical skills. So give us a little background about what exactly is Arts Tech.
Well, we are a youth development agency. Our goal is to take urban core youth and give them opportunities. And it isn't just try to bake them into something they are not, but we wanted to help lead them to where they want to go and where they need to go. We chose art and technology because it's 2 professions that do not necessarily require a formal education. While we promote it and we insist they stay in school and be in school, to be an artist, you just have to appeal to your audience or to somebody who wants to buy your art. In technology, they don't ask you what college you went to. They want to know what certifications you have. So while the kids are working on those kind of improvements in their skill sets as technicians and artists, as well as going to school, we feel it gives them a better leg up when they get into we call it the real world, but when everybody else is competing for the same jobs, and they need to make a career and also make a living too.
What is some advice you give to the youth that you work with as far as getting in the workforce? Because obviously you have an interesting background of how you ended up where you were.
It's the same thing for decades or centuries. If you want to be a good employee or you want to make a living, be dependable, come to work, make sure that you do the job. I do tell the kids, you need to make money for the company. If you don't make money for the company, they don't need you. So you need to find a way to make sure that they need you, and you do it through your skills, you do it through your dependability, and you do it by your social and your soft skills as well. Just coming in and doing your job sometimes isn't enough. You got to be able to get along. People, we're social beings, and you need to figure out how to get along, and you need to know what to say and when to say it and when not to say anything. And those are the things we try to give the kids. We teach them, we model it for them, but we do expect them. We have high standards, and we do not lower our standards. We just give them more time so they can put in the effort to get there.
So you personally worked with youth for a long time. Like sometimes I know that can be a difficult task. Like, how have you gotten through?
Well, I don't want to work with senior citizens like me. I'd rather work with kids. They help keep me young. I've been doing it since 1977. Youth is still, they always say, well, it's our future. Well, they are our future.
Yeah, they are.
And good or bad, they're still our future. And the more we can do to help them be successful, the better the community, the city, and the country, and the world. Now, that might sound, too big, but you got to start somewhere. So we start with our kids. And we work with kids who typically aren't doing well. Right. And other philosophers said, you can determine how good a culture is by how well they treat their young, their children. And so we want to make sure that we're taking care of them and give them an opportunity. We're not always successful, but we do make a difference.
Okay. So what is your own art? Are you an artist yourself?
I am not one of those artists. I can't paint between lines. My 5-year-old granddaughter could crayon better than I can. What some of my friends call me is the bureaucratic ninja. I know how to work systems.
Oh, okay.
I just think I'm willing to work within systems and help the artists find the work. They want to do their artwork. They want to do their technology. They want to do their thing, but I need them working with kids. So I help find the programs, create the programs, work with them to get that to happen. It's not easy, but it's sure a lot of fun because we know it works.
So you guys just had a golf tournament this past Monday. So tell us how did that transpire? Because I know it was the second annual one. And then, what are some other fundraising events that you guys have going on?
Well, and we're maturing as an organization, as a nonprofit organization, so we're learning how to do certain events that help raise money for our youth programs. The golf tournament was at Swope Memorial. It was the Carl J. DiCapo, one of our city's icons, and he's also a board member.
Yeah, he said he's been on you guys' board for, 40?
41 years. We grandfathered him in from the previous board folks, and Carl is just wonderful. He does so much for the community and so much for us. And he was also a Parks and Rec board director for a decade. So we picked Swope because, it's the iconic course here in Kansas City, and that's where we're at. So we've had anywhere from 80 to 90 people the past few years just come out, participate in Swope. It's a 4-man scramble. It was hot, it was humid, and they still had a lot of fun. We had lots of prizes, we had gifts.
Yeah, I know you were saying, if you leave with money, then I haven't done my job.
Well, that's my saying. If you have cash in your pocket when you leave, then I needed to get that out of you for raffles or mulligans or something, because it's a fundraiser. Don't come to a fundraiser to save money. Come to give it for a good cause, and we wanted to show that. Okay. We also have a program coming up first Friday in October called Brush Tips and Wine Sips, where people can paint, drink a little wine, have some hors d'oeuvres, learn how to paint. We take the novice to the experience, and they leave with a painting. Then we also have the second Saturday in December is our annual Breakfast with Santa, and that's a big event. That's for the kids. Okay. We have people donate. We have Chris Cake's pancakes. We have pictures with Santa. We have all kinds of fun. We have toys for the kids. Every child under 10 leaves with a toy. We think it's important. So we got a lot of kids who typically, they get left off of a lot of things. We talk to our friends at Seton Center or Don Bosco or any of the local social service agents. Say, hey, send us a family, send us somebody. We'll take care of them and make sure they have kids, because we got toys and pictures with Santa and stuff. And it's we have people come from outside the city who come because they're always looking for something to do in Kansas City during Christmas time. So we do that. We have our Unico and Italian Men's Association that helps sponsors us, as well as the Neighborhood Tourism Development Fund. So we have a lot of good supporters. It's just people who want to help.
So what is the future as far as Arts Tech? I know you guys have the location on homes. Is there any future location expansions, anything like that?
Well, currently, Arts Tech is in the second year of a partnership with the Kansas City Public Schools to offer an alternative school. In lieu of suspension, we have anywhere from 60 to 70 kids who come to us every year. And these are kids that have been put out of all the other schools, but the district, Arts Tech, as well as many others, say, hey, they still need another chance. They need equity as well as quality education. So there's more kids out there than we can serve and the district can serve. And so we're always trying to find ways to increase that. If we increase any further, because we're at full capacity now, we would have to go to another building, either at one with the district or Mary Kelly Center, or someplace who wants to work with us. So, but also you got to have people who want to work with our kids. I mean, they're not the easygoing, wonderful, nice talking kids at times. They are wonderful kids, and last year we had 30 to 40 kids that went back to their regular schools that are still there. I mean, there's a lot of success stories, but it's slow, takes time, and you got to keep at it. It's something education is something you just got to keep plugging away at, as well as schools. We have to keep working with the kids, and we work on a lot of behaviors. We have social workers. We do art therapy. We do lots of different things trying to get the kids just to see something better for themselves and their families. There's a lot of trauma. Our kids have a lot of traumas. Their families have traumas. And also my staff, I got to tell you, they get traumatized too from all the work with these kids. But you know what? They're real good folks.
So what are some things that you like to do for fun, Dave? Because I know you're not all work all the time. I know that.
Well, it seems that way. But I like water aerobics.
Okay.
And a physical therapist say if you do anything in the water, you can't get hurt. So my back and it. So I love the water. The Sullivan family, we're beach bums. When we get away, it's to a beach. I'd never take a stay vacation in my life.
Wow.
If I'm going to do a vacation, I'm getting out of town, and good luck finding me. With the smartphones now, they can find me anywhere, but
Right.
I only answer when I want. So, but I have grandkids and a family. It's either work or a few friends, and just stay home and just be a part of the community.
So how would somebody get in contact with you if they want to get in contact with you as far as Arts Tech is concerned?
Well, you can go to our website, www.artstech-kc.org, or call the office, 816-461-0201, and ask for myself or Paula or anybody. We'll gladly help you, and we take volunteers. We do a lot of programs.
Oh yeah, definitely need to put that out there. If anybody wants to volunteer and work with some
Sure,
youth,
we're going to
they
be doing
definitely-
work at 35th and Prospect soon. Soon we had artists work on the Kansas City Police Department, new station at 27th and Prospect. A lot of that artwork was done by our kids as well as some of our adult mentors. We have a program where we pay kids to do artwork, but you got to produce. It's a job, and we have lots of different programs that we work with the kids, especially during the summer, part of the Mayor's Nights. We're a wide range, but it's all about youth development. We have a digital literacy program. We work with kids from Hogan and Mary Kelly Center, as well as we teach seniors at Palestine how to be digitally literate. And so we're always looking for putting kids to work, showing their skills, and helping others.
What's you guys' physical address? I know you didn't say that.
1522 Homes, Kansas City, Missouri, 64108.
Thank you, Dave.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Serenity.
I'm Serenity by Your Spirit, Your Peace, and make sure you check out whatsupkansascity.net.
I'm IFBB Bikini Pro Cat Williams, and when I'm not working out in the gym, I'm searching the web on Cascade Media and What's Up Kansas City. So make sure you check them out.